Welcome to another episode of Savagetimetv TV. I'm your host, AB Brizzling. Today I got friend of the show back in here, Vez. How you feeling, bro?
Cooling. We're ready for round two, right?
Yeah, round two, man. Everything like I'm glad to see you, man. The kickback's doing good. I've been keeping tabs. You're always busy. My man Vez always busy. Just tell us about first off the pandemic, bro. How has the pandemic affected Vez?
Last year, I say last year was like the level up year. It made me become the boss that I wanted to be. A lot of different pieces were moving. A lot of things happened from the kickback opening up a store in Dover for 3 months during the holidays to us closing the store and all that. I opened a couple new businesses and ventures because the pandemic taught us one is not enough. One stream of income ain't gonna cut it. So the pandemic has definitely made me become the boss that I needed to be, but I definitely can say it was an elevation year. But it was a lot of money in the market. If you wanted it, you went out and got to go kill it and got your money if you needed to. But
I saw that you had opened the storefront in Dover. I saw that was dope. What I really liked and I want to put a spotlight on is you were willing to accept other businesses into your storefront. Even if you was only there for 3 months, I feel like a lot of people would have been like, I'm here for 3 months, so everything that comes in here needs to be mine. You were, I give you kudos because you said, I'm going to help out other entrepreneurs. You had my boy OFPs in there. Buy Myself Clothing, I interviewed them. Shout out to y'all. They were in there, and I just want to give you your roses on that because that's dope. You know what I'm saying? It's just to be selfless like that because not a lot of people are going to do that.
Yeah, so before us opening in Dover, our Middletown location was a little bit small, and people always reached out like, yo, I would love to get my clothes in here. And I'm like, look, I got 600 square feet to work with. I really don't have that much. I would love to figure out a way to support and help you guys grow at the same time. So when I got to Dover and I'm looking at a 3,000 square foot, I'm like, all right, cool. How can I fill this up? So that's when I reach back out to the other brands and say, you know what? Here's the opportunity. I carried 12 clothing brands locally within my shop and stuff like that. I had a whole bunch of names and stuff from all the way from Philly, New Jersey, Baltimore, Delaware. Just to bring that one-stop shop location that you can really cop all your kicks and clothes at the same time and support. I was able to support small other businesses where I was once at a space in my life and stuff like that. So it definitely felt good to bring a couple of those brands up and get the exposure. Yeah, so I definitely enjoyed that, and that's what I wanted to bring to the culture at the end of the day.
Okay. And what did you take away most from your time there at Dover Mall?
The biggest takeaway from Dover, I'm only one person. That's what I learned. And sometimes as an entrepreneur, young and hungry, we try to take a lot on, and I took a lot on. From that first week when I had to make the schedule for both of my locations, it took me 4 hours. And those are the little things that I didn't accumulate. Man. Yeah, I was like, all right, if it's taking me 4 hours to do a schedule, it normally take me 30 minutes. Everything else is times 4, you understand? So just moving product to keeping the store stocked to my days was looking real crazy. And it was just I'm only one person and I wasn't able to manage as many things as I really wanted to. So with me going forward, I would definitely like to expand again. But if I do it, I definitely learned that I need a bigger team because I had 20 people and I need probably about 30 or 40. But at the end of the day, it was an overall good experience. It was mainly a learning.
You said you had 20 people?
Yeah, we had 20.
20 people on the road now?
Yeah.
Damn,
it's a lot off the scene to production team. We was doing YouTube. That's why I said last year was a crazy.
Yeah, I saw y'all. Y'all was doing the.
I tried everything in the world that I possibly wanted to do. We did YouTube. We was traveling, going to sneaker shows, and it was a lot going on. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of employees that people don't see between our graphics team, my media production team, and stuff like that. My suppliers. It's a lot of people that are off for the books that you don't really see. But yeah, it was 20. I think got up to 23 of us, and then now we're down to I think 15. So
okay.
At the end of the day, last year was cool.
That's dope. You out here really doing it because it's one thing to be doing it by yourself. Managing another 15, that's another 15 people's problems. People's. You got to deal with their emotions, characteristics, all that stuff. You got to be real good with people. But let's get into your other things that you've been working on. You said you had some other ventures that you opened up. What you been doing?
So last year I started a business. It's a digital marketing agency. It's called Invest, where I like to help small businesses similar like myself, where I started with, to help grow. So it's just something as simple as if you want to have a conversation with me or a mentor or somebody who's actually been through the trenches in entrepreneurship, I'm there to help you. So sometimes I do consultations. We do media production. We do graphic design, all those different things that I learned that I needed within my business as I grew, I'm offering that now to other people who need that. So sometimes, let's just say I had an event tomorrow and I was like, yo, I need a flyer ASAP. You can come to us and say, hey, I can get you a flyer done ASAP. Or if I need content creation in the video, whether it be music video, promo, anything that you may need that's digital marketing, I will help you get that. And that's what I started with Invest, because that's where I see the world going with content and stuff like that.
Yeah, talking about where the world's going, man. And you know, Delaware, we always behind. Like we were just talking about, we always 2-3 years behind usually with this stuff that's going on. So for you, because that's super smart, digital marketing, because I'm like, shoot, I need something like that. Everybody, I think that's another thing you go through as an entrepreneur is you kind of get to that point where it's like, all right, my quality's good, the product's good, and now I have to bring eyes and ears to it. And being in Delaware, that can be a little difficult. Could you just speak on how Delaware's behind, but how Delaware can give you some challenges sometimes when it comes to business and how you need to and should expand?
Sometimes I think at Delaware, with talking locally, I mean, sometimes they got to think outside the box. We think in a closed mindset, I think sometimes, just because of we're a smaller state, therefore we don't really see the full examples that everybody else gets in like LA and New York and Atlanta and Houston and those bigger cities that I feel like a lot of things come earlier to those states, in those cities instead of us. But if we think a little bit outside the box, we can bring different things to the culture in Delaware, and also to just your mind at the end of the day. I mean, we're a little bit behind, but at the end of the day, if we work with other people and open our minds, we're able to work with different ideas that I think will help you grow as a person.
Yeah, because like Benny the Butcher says, expansion leads to exposure, you know?
Yeah.
Expansion leads to exposure. And I think with a lot of Delaware businesses that I've seen, even the people that I've interviewed, I find that, you know, it can become frustrating because Delaware you can run into walls, you know what I mean, where the business might not be coming in. It's like, well, where do I go? Do I go to Philly? Do I go to New York? And sometimes that seems a little too far. So I just wanted to tell people you should expand. And like you said, the sneaker shows, that's something that I also saw that you were doing that I didn't know was even a big thing like that.
Yeah.
Could you tell us about some of your experiences down at these sneaker shows and restocking and things that people don't see?
Yeah, so I mean, with my brand, where it is right now with the Kickback, I'm really taking it online. Right now, I think we did a great job reaching our demographics locally around here. We service like 4,000 people within the area around here, but I'm trying to take that to, all right, cool, how can we vamp that up to online? So I'm trying to build a lot of exposure in those other areas by going to those sneaker shows. And this is like my staple shirt. When I go outside of the state, I'm wearing just this shirt, so that way you remember me. And I've been to those shows. I've been to, I think, 7 shows within the past like 6 months. So they're starting to recognize me and, oh, I remember you last time. I remember. And I'm like, good. Now you remember my shirt that I'm wearing. And I'm building that brand awareness outside of just Delaware. And I see my DMs and I see, all right, cool, we getting about 10 DMs a week additional in Florida and stuff like that. So I'm really just trying to build a brand awareness outside of there, so that way I can shift the brand to also a little bit more online to reach a bigger demographic. But at those sneaker shows, I'm able to get products that aren't really carried in Delaware. I'm able to network with people who have different items that may not be available in Delaware that I can ship back and stuff like that. And just at the point where I'm just expanding the brand. And it's crazy that we had our interview. I was just watching it the other day, and it's just like how much has grown in a year. Like pandemic put a surge on everything.
Like that's even crazy to think about that. It was before the pandemic. I think it was really just regular.
And I thought I was booming at that time, and it's just like, it definitely humbled me. It's like, dang, the sky's the limit, and it's just like, what I was focusing on then, I'm not even focused on. I'm on to bigger and better things now and stuff like that. Okay. But at the end of the day, yeah, I do go to those shows to network, and then also bring products back.
Okay. And oh yeah, I saw you the only Milwaukee Bucks fan I know, yo. So I was like, when I see Vez, I gotta tell him, hey man, y'all did y'all thing. I ain't gonna lie, did not think y'all was gonna get past Brooklyn, man. KD had you a little scared, huh?
Yo, this Bucks team this year, I hope we win, because I don't know about next year with the Brooklyn coming back. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like the best scenario has played out for the playoffs this year. I just went to the Sixers game and.
Oh, so you was at the game?
Yeah, they some bums, man. I really wanted them to win so I can go to the game. Like I'm like, come on. I wanted everything to plan out perfect.
Go to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I could go, yeah,
you
but
could see your Bucks play while staying at the crib.
Yeah, that's why. But at the end of the day, I mean, we was gonna mop up on them bums anyway. But we gonna win the chip this year. We winning the chip this year.
Yeah, I definitely was like, man, I was like, he the only Milwaukee Bucks fan
and
I know for real.
And everybody remember that. That's as long as you know that. I'm the only one. That way when we win, I don't want to hear nobody saying, nah. No, I was the only Bucks fan the last 7 years, whatever. Yes.
I was like, my boy out there with Chris Middleton.
I love Chris.
I can't deny it, man. I can't deny it. let's see. I saw that y'all were doing the what else did I see that you were getting into? You were doing the you were interviewing the businesses, it looked like?
Okay, so that's what Invest. So
so
with
that's still
Invest,
Invest.
yeah,
Okay.
that was Invest. With Invest, it's entrepreneurship. So I wanted to show what the average person, so the average viewer, what it looks like as entrepreneurship, so they can get the insight. What better way to sit down with actual entrepreneurs who actually have been through the grind and stuff. And I didn't want it to be me. I wanted it to be other people who are in different fields, so that you can kind of understand and say, okay, cool. This person owns a construction company. This person flips sneakers in a different way I do. This person has a clothing brand. This person has a detail shop. So you can sit down and see some of the struggles that they face and also how they live their life, so that you can get a real inside view on what entrepreneurship looks like daily. So yeah, we sat down with a couple businesses. We have, I think, 8 episodes. Yeah, there's 8 episodes.
Man. It was dope. It was dope. Definitely, yeah. I think y'all did one with, it was some type of car business.
Yeah, Proax. His name's Lester. He's young. He's about, I think, the same age as me, and he's had his business at the same time. He's doing pretty well. He's expanding his shop. But yeah, I wanted to sit down with other entrepreneurs so that people can get an inside view of what it looks like. Not just people like me, but not just me, but other people that actually go with the same things and stuff like that, so you can get an inside view. So yeah, we have a couple episodes that are dropping on Invest. We have, I think, 3 dropped so far. I really wanted to have all of them out by the time the year came. That way the final one can show what Invest is, because some people really don't understand, but it's really just here to help your business at an early stage, or just if you just want to start. So I deal with personal brands as well too.
Yeah, you're definitely bringing a lot of awareness. We always talk about location. So my question is, does Vest see himself always being in Delaware, or is there other cities you have your eye on? Like, maybe I'll be able to go out there once things get big enough here.
I don't limit myself on that. I haven't narrowed down anything like locked in right now. With me, the pandemic really changed my whole perception on everything. Like, it turned everything all the way around. With the pandemic happening, it really made me say, yo, I want to go online. Because the amount of numbers that we were doing online is like, yo,
crazy.
It was like, yo, this is ridiculous. So I'm really saying I don't really have a destination location. I really just want to go online, like, a little bit harder. But I just had to build the team to be able to suffice that. I mean, when the pandemic was happening, when it was at its worst, when we had to like close and all that, we had only income from online. Now that we're back in store, it was very hard for us to like continue the online and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it definitely opened up my eyes, and I'm like, yo, I want to go online. So I don't want to say a destination location. I mean, I think we all can say LA, Miami, those cities and stuff like that. But realistically, I'm cool with where we are here in Delaware right now because of the brand. But I really would like to take it online, so that way I can reach Kentucky, LA, Atlanta, New York, all those different areas. And we do a pretty good job at it online already. It's just I want to take it to times 10 online. So
okay. So since we've last seen each other, what would you say have you learned? Takeaways. My biggest takeaway since, like I said, my main focus in 2020 was team. I learned that, I really do need a team to the goals and visions that I have, that I'm trying to really like do and stuff for my businesses and things like that. I need a team. It's not really possible just to do it dolo. I already realized that. I mean, I'm capable of making an M a year myself and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, the goals that I want to really do, I want to big
touch.
Numbers.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Don't be modest, man. Don't be modest, man.
I try to, but I mean, some people, they say, what's that?
I always say you gotta let these motherfuckers know, man.
Yeah.
You gotta let them know, because it's one of those things. It's almost like I almost do it with sports. You've seen it with sports. When you're too humble, they don't give you your credit. Then when you could be out here putting Russell Westbrook numbers up, tripped up. But if you gotta let people know, man. Especially, I tell y'all, I'll say it definitely as a black man, you gotta let it be known, because if not, people will just, next thing you know, people coming to you. I'm pretty sure you've had it. They just come at you a little sideways. I'm out here kind of doing something.
I don't really need all my credit though with me. If you know, if you're not, what's the name? Because I'm not where I want to be. If I want to be here and everybody's sitting here, you doing this, doing that, it gets to your head. And I try to keep, I'm going for this. Okay. I'm going for this, and I'm here. So at the end of the day, we do good, pretty good. I mean, average.
That's good, man.
I think I look at entrepreneurship like it's pro sports the same way. Like, I feel like I'm in the NBA right now. Like, I'm dead serious. I feel like I'm in the NBA. I'm in my third year, my third season. But I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, I'm gonna continue to grind because, like I said, I want to be here, and everybody's looking at here like, oh, you doing this and that. And I'm like, you don't really understand that this is nothing to me. This you looking at like I'm the greatest. That's everything that's happened. And I'm like, nah, I'm not even at my full potential.
Kind of like in sports, like, oh, y'all, like, yeah, I got drafted, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a chip. I'm trying to become. I see what you mean.
Correct. Yeah.
Definitely. Because, like you said, pro sports is some people, they cool with that.
Yeah.
Hey, I get in, I'll be a little role player, make my money,
Yeah.
slide off.
Yeah.
But then there's some like LeBron, KD.
I'm going for the star, bro. I'm going for the star.
As you should. So you got invest, you got the kickback. What else? Is there anything else you got going on right now?
I have a couple businesses that I'm also venturing into as well. I have it's called Lash Extend, which is eyelash extensions. I have a partner with that. That's a good business right now.
Great business.
Cosmetics. The beauty industry is one of the
bro.
most underrated. Like, people don't understand how much money is in the beauty industry. Look at Kim K and all them. I mean, Kim K and Kanye combo was really dangerous.
It was really crazy for them.
We're talking about
They
like,
both left. Well, is Kim a billionaire?
I don't know. I know Kylie. Look, money is money. At the end of the day, it's a lot. It's a lot.
They made a lot of money. They made a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, Kylie. I know Kylie is. But at the end of the day, it's the beauty industry, and I know that's another industry that's growing. I'm tapped into, of course, the sneakers, and then I have the digital marketing agency with Invest. I really wanted to have a product based and a service. Invest is more a service based, and versus the kickback is going to be more a product. So at the end of the day, I mean, I'm trying to have my hands into. I want 7. I'm at TKB Restorations, the kickback. I wouldn't really consider the kickback steals, but I guess you can. But Invest and Lash Extension. So I'm at 4. I would like to get at least 3 more. Okay. And like Devontae was saying earlier, we looking at a couple things. So at the end of the day, I wanna be able to have generational wealth, and that's what everybody is chasing. At the end of the day, we all want generational wealth. We want to be able to have generations that can be good and stuff like that, and passing not only just money along, but knowledge, because you can leave money behind and they can fuck that shit up real quick. So you want to really leave honestly knowledge, and you want to leave some wealth behind too, so that they can take care, put it in positions, put it in properties, put it in stocks and different IRAs and stuff like that. And that's where I just say, like, I've learned a lot within the past year. It's just like I'm trying to build that foundation so solid that it'll take a couple generations to fuck it up.
like y'all cannot fuck this up in 80 years. There's no way.
Correct.
We got too much money coming.
Correct.
Right.
So,
like you said, everybody's having good years. Everybody's making money. Are you investing right now?
Yeah, I'm always investing. That's where I see Invest long-term becoming a investment company. I feel like it can invest into smaller businesses that I'm helping in the long run. So I'm really trying to build that up. And then honestly, right now, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta pay some debt off. I gotta pay debt off, because people don't understand when you're making all that bread, at the end of the day, the taxes do hit. So, I mean, it touched a couple, but yeah, Uncle Sam gonna get his.
Uncle Sam, once you start making a little, you doing a little well over there.
They coming. Hold on. Let me get that. So, a lot, I'd say, within the past year, I've been sitting down like one of my accountants and making sure that my bookkeeping and stuff like that is to the T, so that way I know 100% at the end of the year what I'm owing and stuff like that. But a lot of people with entrepreneurship, and then I feel like it's a little bit of a kind of a fad a little bit right now, but a lot of people are not understanding that. They're not understanding that, you're gonna have to pay taxes. So that's what I teach people with Invest. I sit down and say, look, you made 100, cool, take that 30, put it in your bank. Take that, put it aside. It needs to be, because Uncle Sam is always going to get his. I promise you. That's one you can't. That's one you can't. If y'all ain't learn with the PPP loans, you see who they always gonna get their money back. The government is not one to play with. So at the end of the day, I'm working on stuff like that, but making sure my bookkeeping is always as well.
In fact, speaking of the PPP, that's what you said. Entrepreneurship's a fad. One, I thought entrepreneurship was being a fad anyway, just because people were. I don't even know how it became, because there was a point where entrepreneurship really wasn't even being talked about, especially in the black community. And out of nowhere, it did kind of become a fad. And then the PPP loan took it crazy, because at that point everybody was like, well, if I sell I sell this, I got a business. They just wanted the PPP loan.
Yeah, I think last year, like I said, the pandemic just put a surge on everything. Houses is up, shoes is up, entrepreneurship is up, everything. There's a lot of money in the market, which makes a lot of reasons for people to make moves. Now you have some people that was putting it into the right things and actually, let's create a business and stuff. But then that PPP loan, of course, people scamming on it, and that's where a lot of that money, I ain't gonna lie, was coming to what my business at the end of the day, and that's what keeps a lot of money in the market. But with entrepreneurship being a fad, I really realized it in the pandemic, because think about it, a lot of people are out of work. You got an Instagram page, make it happen. It takes literally 10 minutes to set up an Instagram page and post some products. So I think it kind of became a little bit of a fad there, because people thought they had a business when all you did was post a couple products, but they weren't consistent. Right. So that's where I think it became a little bit of a fad, but a lot of people are falling off, and that's where I was like, you know what? I want to create a business, invest, and I started to invest last year in July. And I was like, you know what? I want to be there for the people who really want to do this. If you really want to do this, you'll seek help. You'll seek other people who have done it to help you be successful. And that's where I created Invest for. But like I said, I think it is a fad. I think it'll start to die out. You'll see, like we was talking about the podcast and all. Everybody want to do this, and you'll see. Go check 6 months later.
Out here making these little podcasts, man. Savagetimetv see you. We see you. So I'm just letting y'all know it's a little bit more to this than just
posting some content.
Posting some little content, laughing. You know what I'm saying? All good. I love all y'all. Just know we out here watching.
Consistency wins. Consistency wins.
Are you into crypto?
Nah, I haven't. I haven't dove into the.
We gotta have some talks, Bez.
I haven't dove into the crypto.
Right now, today, right now, it's a bloody right now.
I don't understand enough about it to put my coins in. For me to put my coins in something, I gotta know, and I haven't done the research, and I haven't really looked into it, but. I don't know if that's another one. I'm like, is it a fad?
It's not.
Is it here to stay?
It is.
That's why I said I have to research it.
And it is here to stay. It ain't going nowhere. I'm not gonna lie. There's one thing that I'm trying to get, especially my young black men on, is crypto. Because like we were talking about before, one, we always start behind the 8 ball with most things. But when it comes to finances, the only time we really know to make a lot of money that we've been told sports or entrepreneurship. But there's never been an opportunity like this with finance. We weren't even born for the stock market. We missed the internet boom. Mm-hmm. This next crypto thing is going to be the next thing. And the reason why I tell people I'm not going to say or try to be a crypto genius, man. All I can say is I'm going to give you some stuff to look at. You can look at it. And you can definitely, I feel like, it's worth the investment.
See, I did stocks. I've been doing stocks my dad put me in stocks early when I was about.
It's kind of like the stock market before the stock market.
But is it volatile? That's what I'm saying.
It is volatile.
Is there anything that you're physically holding?
They have stable coins. So they have what they call stable coins. Now what a stable coin is a coin that doesn't lose value. So for example, they have one I use called USDC. Mm-hmm. So you can put your money in there. All it does, doesn't go up, doesn't go down. The value of it's $1 for every coin. Mm-hmm. But this is where it gets crazy. Now, when you put your stuff in savings account, IRAs, how much interest is you getting on that?
Nothing.
2-3%,
nothing.
right?
You can flip it on these things forever. Anything.
Crypto, there's something called BlockFi. They're giving you 10-12% for you putting your money in there. Now, say you putting $10,000 in there. That means every month they cutting you $1,000 check just for keeping your crypto in there. And like I said before, if you do this with USDC, they're giving you 10% on it. Mm-hmm. And it's not volatile. It doesn't go up or go down. Yeah. So they just want you to have your money in there. And they're giving you 10%. I always tell people there's one thing you can understand, most people understand, is interest rates. Yeah. And 10%, you ain't getting that nowhere else.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So
we're going to chat.
We're going to chat about that.
We're going to chat
I
about
got some sources to give you. I got anybody that wants to get into it, just let me know. Because that right there is the opportunity. Because when it blows, it's going to get crazy. I've already made my money back and more. You just got, it's like with anything. You just got to do your little research.
And that's why I haven't put no money. I haven't done the research.
If you haven't researched it, you don't got the sources, don't do it.
Yeah, and that's why I tell everybody, look, a lot of people is just be hopping and stuff, not understanding what they getting into.
People do stocks.
Yeah, and you got to research.
Options trading, I know you heard about that.
Isn't that? I feel like that ain't nothing but gambling, if you ask me. It's gambling on the stock. you don't own the stock. You're just gambling on, is it going to be worth it? Now, people hit, yeah, people going to hit, people going to lose, but I feel like we're still in the internet age, and I feel like a lot of things are happening we not really understand 100%. Like the gambling with the what's it called? The FanDuel, stuff like that. That's the early age. We still are at the early age. We are the guinea pigs to see are we getting scammed? Is it working? Of course, people are gonna hit. People are gonna make their money, but are more people winning or losing if you really look at the statistics?
Yeah, because I always tell people you really can't, like FanDuel, you can't put a face to it. It's like the NCAA. You don't really know. Not know where your money's going, but everything's manipulative.
Correct.
They're just manipulating it.
Correct, and that's where it's just like I don't know enough about it. Therefore, I'm not putting my coins in anything that I don't know enough about it. Now, of course, you got your play money or whatever, but putting 20 and 30. Yeah,
that's because I'm saying when it comes to crypto, 10, 20.
That's
30.
when you start. Yeah, that's when I want to research. I'm researching.
I even tell people you probably shouldn't even try to get into crypto unless you have like at least five G's
to put in.
Yeah, that's why. Because even with investment, everybody knows you got to put something. You got to put some skin in.
Correct. You got to put some.
If you're only putting in little tiny, even when it goes up.
Correct. You're gonna be like, dang, I should have put more. And
it's like, well, I did all that for no reason. I made $100.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, we ain't trying to do that. We trying to hit. So, off the finances, what are your goals, man, for the next 2 or 3 years, man?
Next 2 years, next year, my goal really next year, I really want to buy something that I can actually physically own. Like, I want to put my hands on it and be like, that's my building, that's my property, or something tangible that I can say I own that. Because I mean, as in your career in entrepreneurship, you're gonna go like this. Of course, it's like I said, I feel like I'm in NBA. I feel like I'm inclining, I'm doing great. But at the end of the day, when your career does hit that plateau. All right, cool. Yeah, when you start plateauing, what do you have to fall back on? That's where I want to be like, oh, I got this property, this property, this property. And these are all representations of my entrepreneurship career that I had when I was that 15 years and I was grinding every day, every single day and stuff like that. I want to be able to have something tangible that's actually there, more than just a savings account or inventory. I want to be able to say, you know what, that property I own and stuff like that within the next year or 2 years. That's what I'm really looking towards.
Especially out here. I was talking to my boy about Middletown. You get any property basically around here, I'll say you easily gonna make your money back and more if it's out here for 5 to 10 years because nothing but growing. It's a growing, and that's anything. I mean, at the end of the day, God ain't making more land. There's only a certain amount of land. It only can go up. Everybody owns it. I never put that way. That's
think about it. There ain't no more land. Once it's all sold. Once it's all sold, it only can go up. To move hands, either somebody in a jam, maybe you can get it for a better price. But at the end of the day, you look over a 30-year period, it has to go up. There's only so much land. It's not for sale, or you know what I'm saying, they ain't auctioning off land for because it's all gone at the end of the day. So that's something that I feel like with us in the Black community we need to tap in with, and it's a lot more cheaper than you think. People see these big numbers like, oh, that land costs $100,000. Okay, divide it out times a 30-year mortgage. It's actually not even that much. It's not as much. Yeah, if it's not that much. We have a lot more funds accessible to us than we really think. If you can buy a $40,000 car, you can have some access to some land. So that's at the end of the day. A lot of people don't understand, and that's where I feel like my mental has grown this past year and stuff like that. With entrepreneurship and meeting different people who are in different positions, I've learned a lot and stuff like that.
Okay. So I always talk about this mental health, man. How have you been able to keep your mental health on the up and up?
Yeah, the pandemic pushed that to the limits, bro. The pandemic pushed that to the limit. Oh, man. Like, mental health is still something that I'm trying to work on myself because we're trying to have work-life balance. When do you draw that limit as an entrepreneur? Because at the end of the day, I have a team of 15 plus, so I'm still trying to feed them and put them in position to get better and stuff like that. But when do I check on myself? I say friends definitely help. Relationships with people, they can make sure that you take that work-life balance. I try to watch basketball to get my work-life balance. I try to do like things a little bit more peaceful, enjoying. The pandemic helped with that.
I actually had seen you was out there in the desert.
I
know that was.
Yeah, that was cool.
I tell everybody, man, definitely if you grow up around a lot of green, when you go out to the desert, you think, oh, I ain't gonna look at nothing because ain't nothing here. It's like, bro, it's a
totally different view. It's dry heat. I ain't gonna lie. I was smacking my leg because it was hot as I don't know.
I like the dry heat though. Over the humidity of here.
Yeah. Dry heat over humidity is definitely. But I ain't gonna lie. When you thirsty, that dry heat hit a little different. I ain't gonna lie. That dry heat was hitting, but
you can't be outside from probably like 10.
Yeah, there's
to
a certain period, like
5, 4.
Yeah, I just went out of Vegas again, and our rental car overheated, and we was outside for maybe like 15 minutes, man.
Are you serious?
Overheated. It only had 20,000 miles on the car. I'm like, dang, you messing this car up?
That's heat.
Yeah, but
Shit.
I mean, with mental health, I try to do a lot of things, experience. I try to do a lot of things with experience. So I'm taking a little more traveling and stuff. I'm going up and down Florida. Like, there's nothing with my old business partner, Soul Wavy. I don't know if you know Rami. But I'm big on experience. Like, I was in the desert and stuff like that. I mean, those things I definitely help detox from not just work. And also, you work hard, so you should be enjoying your life at the same time. I don't want to, if I die tomorrow, I want to say I enjoy my life still. So it's not suffocating yourself with work too much just because you want to grind, but also having that work-life balance where I can experience things.
Okay, all right, man. Well, it was definitely dope to have you back on the platform, bro. I know this ain't gonna be the last time.
Now we're going to back a year.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm definitely gonna link up again. It was great to see you. Great to see your growth, bro. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing, bro. It was dope.
And I appreciate you having me. If y'all haven't tuned in to Savagetimetv TV, make sure you lock in with him because he ain't gonna be here too much longer. And we ain't gotta get with him.
Y'all gonna see. It's gonna be a little surprise, but when I pop up, I'm gonna pop out on y'all. So again, this is Savagetimetv TV. I'm your host, AB Brizzy. And again, we got Vez, the Kickback, here with us, bro. Check us out on all platforms. Peace.